So we want to do number 66 and 10.2, which says the volume of a sphere is given by this formula. V is 4/3 pi r cubed, which you will hopefully come to recognize later in life. And then it says if the volume of a tank is 750 inches cubed, we need to approximate the radius up to a tenth of whatever units. In this case, inches, right? A tenth inch not being a super convenient unit. Okay, so what do I do?
Set 750 equal to the rest.
Yeah, I would say, okay, V is given by this formula. Also, V is 750, right? So I should be able to equate those two things. So I could maybe say, okay, 750 is 4/3 pi r cubed, right? Okay, now I'd like to solve for which? Yeah, there's only two letters, right? R and pi. Pi always represents a number, so I'm looking for R, right? All right, so how do I start off looking for R?
Multiplying both sides by 3.
Yeah, let's blast the bottoms out of the way first things first, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna multiply by 3. So that'll give us, I don't know, whatever 3 times 750 is, right? And what's that going to equal?
Four pi r cubed.
Right? Okay, now what?
Divide yourself by 4.
You can just see that? I'd like to divide by 4. I should also at this point take the opportunity to divide by. Yeah. Let's divide by 4 pi. So what am I left with?
Cubed.
Okay, so I've got r cubed on this side, and on the other side I've got
3 times 750 divided by 4 pi.
Is it the fact that I'm dividing by 4 pi that's the confusing bit there? If 4 pi was 12, right, we'd just straight divide by that stuff. 4 pi is a number. It's a kind of inconvenient number to think about in terms of a decimal, but it's just a number. So we want to get that stuff to the other side to get the r along, right?
2,255.
Okay, so now what do I do?
Put the numbers together, use pi, or use an approximate if you want.
So I could approximate at this stage, but I don't know how far to go out to get my 10 in the end because I've got this cube there.
Take the cube root on this.
Yeah, so I should cube root both sides first. So that'll give me r is,
The cube root of 2,250 over 4 pi.
yeah, the cube root of this nonsense. 3 times 750 divided by 4 pi. Okay, so now I have, now I have to figure out how to push this into a calculator, right? This is the hard answer, right? This is me being done with solve. But they want me to approximate r to a 10th. Cool? So to approximate r to a 10th, I need to figure out how to cram this thing into a calculator. So how do you do that? Okay, but I want to get order of operations right, and I want to get the calculator to give me the right number.
So you find that.
So is there a cube root button on your calculator?
No.
Kinda.
Oh, yeah.
Depends on how good a calculator you have. If you have a medium quality scientific calculator, sometimes they have one. If you have a TI-80 whatever, they don't have one, obviously. But if you push the math button here, it's about 4 things down. Is that right?
Actually, 3.
3 things. Damn it. Of course, it's the cube root. It would be 3 things down. So you could go find it in there, or you could think about that as the what power? 1/3 power, right? So we could either punch the, right, so to get R is approximately, we could either punch the cube root key, and then do what?
2,250 divided by 4 pi.
2,250, which you got from multiplying 7 by 350, or 3 by 750.
Yeah.
And then,
Divided by 4 times pi.
like this.
You want to make sure you put parentheses around the 4 and pi so it multiplies them together first.
Yeah, this will in fact put the pi on the top in there. I want to put it on the bottom, so I need some parentheses here.
I just did this.
Cool. And then, do I need to close this parenthesis?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you actually don't. Your calculator will close it on its own, but you can throw it in there.
If the symbols on your calculator look like that, and you're doing other numbers, then
The calculator will deal with leaving the, it'll just assume you meant to close that parenthesis, which gets a little dangerous, so I would recommend that you put them in there. So what'd you get out of this?
5.6362582591487.
5 point something?
5.636.
Is that what everybody else got? Okay, then is that roughly reasonable? So I want to ballpark my formula, right? So, okay, let me think here. If I was ballparking, right? This is about, well, what's pi over 3? What's, how about what's pi? Pi is like 3.14, right? So pi over 3 is,
Just over 1.
yeah, badly, roughly 1, right? So this is really approximately, right? This is a horrible approximation, 4r cubed, right?
1.042.
Okay, so what's r cubed for this r?
Now you have quite a lot of stuff to figure out.
So what's r cubed for this r? This r is,
600.
I don't know, like 5-ish, right?
Well,
That's again a bad
closer,
round, right?
It's closer to 6.
Yeah, it's closer to 6, but I know how to cube pi off the, or I know how to cube 5 off the top of my head. I don't know 6 cubed off the top of my head, personally. So 5 cubed is 125 times 4, it's like 600. That's close enough. Wait, 4 times 125 is not 600, but 500. Eh,
It's between 125 and
I'm pretty
216.
good with that, right? You guys see that? I made a bunch of really big rounds in that. So the fact that it's even close means that I'm pretty comfortable with the ballpark of this. Oh, and then I was supposed to round to the 10th. What did I round to? 1,000. So I want to round to 5.6. Cool. Questions? Thanks. Does that help, Kevin?